I live in a poem. Every line is a window. When I speak, you see many things. If you look closely, you might find me inside.
I thought he was a good teacher because he told us about the different forms of poems, but he didn't just read it from books. He actually stood right there and wrote his own poems.
When kids got up and took a chance to share their words, there was an underlying respect for the fact that that child was willing to take a chance.
Being more positive and not letting thoughts make me think that I don't want to do it anymore, but instead I just do it so I can express my feelings and let other people know how I feel.
One of the things that we really promote is our workshops, and the reason why is because we're proud advocates of poetic license through literacy comprehension.
The students realized that they couldn't achieve success on projects that they were working on unless they helped each other through it, because one grade was dependent on the grade of 4 students.
Our program is that we teach poetry from the basis as a medium for telling the truth. And then from there we give them the tools, and then we show them how to critique each other, how to be honest with one another and communicate with one another, and also help one another through these workshops.
I'm alive like the whole town, relieving my stress. I don't need to confess, cause I'm out of rest. I'm a curse, I come in first.
I don't care if I climb trees.
The Tar Pits was like our base to all our poetry, because that was the first thing we talked about before we even started writing anything. We just went straight into what entrapped the animals, how was it entrapping them. So then by that way we did our poetry based on that.
The opportunity to work with the Page Museum and poets and writers has just allowed me to lean on them for professional support, because I can't expect myself to be an expert at tar pit history or poetry. Welcoming in those people into my classroom has just allowed the children to get a richer experience, a deeper education, and has helped them make better connections that I might not have been able to do on my own.
Ladybug, small, colorful, pretty, flying, spying, nibbling. We fear you more, insect, but there is something missing, and that is me.
I think the biggest change that I noticed is that they spoke. It wasn't like in class they get a little shy, but if you can turn around and you can get them to speak about things of today and things of their life, words that they use, slang terminology, vernacular, street vernacular. If you can get them to say those sayings in their poetry, and you can get them to express themselves to you, or you can get them to memorize their own work, that's a change in itself. That tells them that they can be more than just poets. They can be journalists. They can be litigators. They can be lawyers. They can be doctors. All this has to do with writing.
Write what you want to write, and write what you feel inside, and your feelings and your thoughts. Write in the way in which you're expressing yourself.
It's not always about the score that you get, and it's not always about achieving that goal as much as it's about what you do to get to that goal and how you grow as an individual through that process. And if I can give just that to my students, I feel like I've given them a gift for life.